Okay, so we got ourselves some pickles here. Yes, we got pickles here. It's only 4. Well, it's only 3.5 anyway, because I took a chunk bite out of it. But I do have me some ice. And I have me some water. Yep, I have me some water here, so. Yep. How is everyone doing? How is everyone? Yep, I got me some pickles. Okay. Okay. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hold on just a second, y'all. Thank you for the wonderful followers. Thank you for the followers. Thank you for the followers. Hey, y'all. So I got pickles. Now these are the dill pickles. For some reason, I don't like the sugary ones. I don't know, y'all. I just don't like the sugary ones. How many of you Hi. I'm doing just fine. How are you? Hello, everyone. Hello. So, how many of you ever made your homemade pickles with vinegar or either apple cider vinegar or white vinegar with like some other ingredients? These are very, very good. I don't know. I like dill pickles. Yes. I want to bite. The next time I make these, I got a whole nother jar, but I'm gonna have ranch dressing. I'm gonna dip in it. Pickles. I see. Well, y'all, the bugs is out. How y'all days been? How your days been? How's everyone days been? I said, when I say everybody, I mean everybody days. Whew. I said, baby. I said, baby, baby. I said, baby, baby. I said, baby. I said, what's good? What's going on? I said, what's going on? I said, what's going on? Yes. Pickle eating. Pickle eating. I said pickle eating. Uh-oh. I just made it's a box. It's not a box, but it's like a thing where I got blue on one side and then I got pink on the other side. And it's like a gender reveal thing. But it's going to be a game where you can match the cups. So I can't not wait for that. I cannot wait for that. All right. All right. And what's going on, y'all? I'm hearing they talking about that US dollar ain't eligible in, what's that, Iran? Yep. Hold on. Ooh. Pickle juice. Yep. Honey, they said not eligible. That is mad crazy. So far, I only ate 3.5. So far, I only ate 3.5. Yep. That's a good start, though. Yep. It's like a way to go. It's like a way to go. I can't wait for the gender reveal. I am so excited, you guys. I'm excited. I am excited. I just want the baby to be healthy. That's pretty much about it. So how's everybody doing today? What's going on with y'all? I've been on here for basically 10 minutes eating my pickles. Yep. Those were some real... Those were some real good dill pickles. I got those from Meyer. And they always have that bird on it. I don't know if y'all like pickles. I don't know, but that's just me. I do want to try to dip one of the sliced dill pickles in the hot Cheeto bags and to see what they taste like. Because I never did that with the, with the hot Cheetos and everything. Yep. Yeah, they say you can crunch the chips up and then put it like in a bag, maybe like a Ziploc bag, and maybe put like a slice of pickle or something there and then shake it up. I think I'm gonna try that. I think I'm going to try that. I think I'm gonna try that. I think I'm gonna try. I said I think I'm gonna try. I said I think I'm gonna try. I said I think I'm gonna try. Yep. What is all y'all doing today? Oh, you know what? I'm about to turn on the TV. Okay, so. Hold on. Hold on just a second, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. And back more than ever. I am starting to get acne. Not acne, but I am prego. So, I don't know what to think. Yep. Okay, so I will be doing soup tomorrow. I will be doing gumbo soup. Yes. Because the other day I did do, what was that? A TV dinner, which was a Michelini beef and peppers. And then I had pizza rolls and then I did my diamond art. So tomorrow I will be doing, tomorrow I will be doing the gumbo. That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So, if you all want to relax, and the time that I will be doing that is maybe like around 11 or 12 o'clock. So, I just did like a pickle eating today. And like I said, yesterday I did the Michelini with the beef and peppers. So, guys. So, basically, yeah. Aaliyah Hancock, hey. Okay, you said, hey, do you have any advice for moving to a new school? My current high school is really mean and likes to bully me, and I have no clue why I'm super scared for my first day of school at my new school. The reason why you're probably scared of your first day at your new school is because your current school that you was at, you have been bullied. And I wouldn't say anything at my new school yet, because you don't want nobody else to know that you've been bullied at your old school. But if people was bullying you for no reason, then why would they bully you at your previous school when you didn't do anything? The only people who should have been doing something about that is the principal, your teachers. And if they haven't done anything, I would have told my parents, like, look, it's people bullying me at school. And you have a lot of these people, messing with me, and I ain't doing nothing to them. I just came here to learn and go home. And, because I don't know if you have any friends. Did you have any friends at your previous school? Because if you didn't, they think that you're one of the quiet ones where that you are officially bullied. But I don't think that's fair for anybody to get bullied like that, because bullies who think they know everything and think they all that and think they like tough and the biggest, like the sharpest, knife in the drawer, they will pick on the weakest person or the quietest person in the school. And everybody else, they speak louder than their words, and they know their rights and all that stuff like that. So they don't pick on those type of people. They only pick on the people that is weak-minded. They pick on them because they're smaller than them, or they pick on the quiet people, or it's all the above. But if your parents, or if anybody parents come up there and if their child is bullied and the principal and the teacher's not doing nothing, I will sue that school. Yep. It'll be a whole big class act lawsuit. And that's straight up facts. And I'm telling you that. Yep. It's a lot of people that's been bullied. And then especially for when it comes to elementary kids too. Man, I've read on a lot of elementary kids that's been bullied, and they've been getting taken out of here just like that. I can't say the other word though, but they were like from 10 to 12 years old, because they was tired of being bullied. And this bullying situation really messed with people's heads. And these bullies, when they get older, they're not going to remember who you are, because guess what? They pick on and bully a lot of other people that is just more different from you and more weaker than you. And they like, oh, so I'm going to pick on this person too while I'm at this school, because I'm the bully at this school as well. So whatever school they go to, they are going to be picking on bullies and stuff like that, They're going to be, the bullies going to pick on them. But see, I seen one video of this one lady, and she saw this one girl. She was like, oh, you remember me. You remember me. She was like, no, I don't remember you. She was like, I remember you, but you don't remember me. You used to bully me at school. She was like, what are you talking about? She was like, why is you walking up on me like that and stuff like that? But the thing is, the girl, see, bullies, they do not remember you, but the people that has been bullied, they have a mindset. They have a past trauma that is scarred for life. And it put them through so much trauma because they suffered so much. And they've been name called and they've been picked at and they've been like beat up or stuff like that. And it's not fair, you know. I did have friends at the beginning of the year, and I had a lot of friends, but they tried to start some drama with me, and I didn't say anything, so I just blocked them. And you know what? And that was the smartest thing that you did. That was the smartest thing that you did. Because, and now the whole school has a problem with me because they were popular. And you know what? And they consider you the black sheep. That's why. And when you stand your ground, and just like I said, when those typical people stand their ground, they consider you a black sheep because they will have that one person tell everybody about you, telling all these lies about you and all this stuff was going on, and they tell it, and they got everybody jumping on their bandwagon, and that lets you know how those other people feel about you too. So you always remember that. And to me, that's kind of being like a hater, because that's what people that don't like you, which means they jealous of you. You probably prettier than them, and you know all this stuff and you got it all together, and you just doing your schoolwork and going home, and you do not want to hang around with them because it's something they ain't got no business doing, and they probably drinking and they probably doing this. It's a whole lot of stuff, honey. I've been there when I was in high school. I avoided and stayed away from certain people that always went to clubs, because every time when they went to a club, somebody always got shot up. Somebody always did this. And then they wanted to ask you if you wanted to consider trying this stuff or whatever. I didn't take nothing from nobody. I didn't want to do nothing with nobody. I didn't want to hang out with nobody. I just wanted to get my schoolwork done, study, and over with until I got me a job and live the best life I could. Go out of town, all that stuff. I've been there, honey. And you did the right thing to avoid your friends and block them, because they is not your friends no more. Because if you didn't start it and they did, because it's certain things that you don't want it to do with them or whatever, they would just kick you out that club like, okay, we just gonna make up some stuff and we just gonna spread all this gossip and all these lies about him or her, and then they had everybody else jump on your bandwagon. That's how they do it, because they haters. They are some haters. They are some haters. Okay. And if you at this new school, and if they doing the same thing there, now I know this is your first day, but at the same time, yes, I'd be kind of nervous too because of what they did to me at my previous school and what they said. But just be yourself. Don't get too like crazy and loud and like have anxieties and stuff like that. But just play it cool and just relax. Just walk like everybody else, like normal, and just be yourself. But you don't have to go through life as a tag along. And I know that's having what you've been doing. That's having what you've been doing. So I'm talking about those particular people that is a follower. And then you have other people who bully the weaker people and all of them. They followers. They followers. Because you know why they followers? They follow the people that they hang around with, and or they follow after what their parents used to do. And they tell them all these little bad stories like, oh, I was a bully, but I grew out of that because it didn't matter no more. And, I found out this and that, and karma came back and I learned my lesson. And the kids is just taking after their parents' DNA. So, yeah. That's how pretty much life goes. It's kind of crazy if you ask me. Yep. But I actually kind of like this conversation because I like to help people, get their problems and stuff solved. And like I said, just be yourself when you go to this new school. I know a lot of people, when it comes to them going to a new school and they being nervous and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd be nervous too because, from kindergarten to first grade, second, middle school, high school, the very first days going through a 4-year phase, man, yeah, shoot. Yep. It was them being jealous of me having my boyfriend. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. It was them being jealous of me having my boyfriend because he actually wants to hang out with me and actually be a boyfriend. So they tried to tell him that I talk to other guys. I don't talk to anyone unless they talk to me first. So that's not true at all. Listen to this. And see, you talking you got a boyfriend. See, you had a boyfriend, and that I'm gonna stop you right there too. That right there was probably the biggest problem that your friends had because you had a boyfriend. He was probably cute. I don't know what he looked like, but if you had a boyfriend and you said you did, that was the biggest issue. My dog is chasing his tail. Go to bed. My dog is chasing his tail. But you have a boyfriend and your friends was jealous of you. That's what that is. That's why they was telling all these lies about you talking to other guys and everything. So they can have him dump you, break up with you, so they can have him. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that I've seen that in college, high school. I've seen that at my job, baby. They will, I'm telling you, those are them type of friends that was hating on you because you had the cutest boyfriend and he was in love with you and he wanted to hang out with you, just you and nobody else. And then they come up with all these lies. And then whatever you was telling them, having a conversation with them about, they went and twisted that mess and used it against you. And now they telling everybody these made up stories they made about you. And then they got everybody else jumping on their bandwagon. Like I said, and that's exactly how they felt about you. And people who didn't like you and your friends went and told them, the other people that didn't like you, that's exactly how they felt about you. And they couldn't wait. They don't care how good it is and how innocent it is or guilty it is. They will believe another person that do not like you. And that's a shame. I've never talked to a guy unless it's at the schoolwork. Yeah, after schoolwork, yeah. Yeah, because that's like considering a tutor. If you need a tutor, a guy or a girl, it don't matter who it is. If you need a tutor or if you want to ask questions about this and then you don't know the answer to it, like you gonna tell your teacher, like, look, I didn't get the question because I'm kind of slow thinking of this type of fast talk or anything. And then you have your friends catching you in a act where you're trying to ask a simple question about the schoolwork or what type of assignment that you have. You know what I mean? They'll switch it around and then they'll go and tell everybody else. And you know what's funny? You talking about high school and all this stuff. I just watched Lifetime. I watched 3 Lifetime movies last night. And it was about teachers. It was about young girls that was obsessed with teachers. And then one of them was a bully and they wanted to be this attention seeker where they wanted all the attention from the teacher. And then you had the other girl or whoever that was, they went and was the only ones that was obsessed with the teacher and set the other girl up. So basically, that was the bully. That's exactly what happened. I tried to talk to them about it in health class, and they twisted my words. Like I said something, and they would tell people the exact opposite. Wow, really? Yep. Yeah, because they haters. I'm telling you, that's what that is. That's exactly what that was. They were some haters. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe they did that. Yeah, I'm telling you, stay away from them type of friends, because I've learned before my mama passed away, I've learned that not to trust nobody. And not even that, and wherever you working at when you get older, you probably got a job now, because, some teens, they in high school with, temporary jobs because they got to study and get credit and stuff. But when you out of high school as well and you got a job, that happened at the jobs too. You don't trust nobody at the jobs. You don't have no. Now you can have friends. You can have friends at jobs if you want to. It depends on who don't backstab you, who's not two-faced, who don't take both sides or whatever. You just have to sit and observe who is talking to who, because if you talking to this person and then you don't like this person and you found out that this person you talking to that person, and then they go back and tell that other person that you know, and then the other person after that, it's a small world. So be careful who you talking to, watch who you talking to, and it's just simple as that. Yep, it's just simple as that. It's like that at jobs and everything. I mostly trust family like cousins I have at my school. I know that's right. Yep. I would rather, and you're right, I would rather trust my family than anybody else at work or out of work, or, out of town or whatever, because you don't know what's going to happen to you. You don't know what they going to say about you and what type of mess they going to make up about you, because some of them is haters and they can't stand you. And they ain't gonna tell you the reason why they can't stand you and they hating on you, because they probably hating on you for no reason. You just pretty. That's pretty much about it. That's the whole case of scenario right there. Yep. That's it, honey bun. And then I tell my because when I go to work sometimes, before they took me out because I'm pregnant, I tell them, I said, I don't have any friends here. I have coworkers. I will tell you straight up, I do not have no friends. I don't trust nobody here. I have co-workers. And that's it. That's what my mama says. Yep, that's right. And then they say, keep your friends close but your enemies closer. No. No. It's, they said, they always say keep your friends close but your enemies closer. But guess what? No, it don't work like that. Keep your enemies close though, but keep your friends closer, because those are the ones, just like what you said, they know all your secrets. And you trusted your secrets and all this information to the ones you love, and the ones you have trusted, they going to use that against you, and then they going to tell all your business. They going to tell everything you said just because they jealous of you and just because they wanted to get a reaction out of you. That's how jealous they are. This is why I don't trust nobody. When you doing good for yourself and successful for yourself, and you got somebody that love you, you is basically a triple threat to them. And when I say triple threat, that means you beautiful, you got a body, you're very smart, you get it together, You accomplished so much, and you wanted to be this person as you get older, and your dreams came true because you studied so hard and everything. That is what a triple threat is. And those typical people do not like that. Yep. And I'm telling you right now, that's it. They were mean to me and would be making fun of me because I have a mom and they don't. So quick question. Where is they mama? Did they mama leave them or did she pass away? That's my question, because if your mama's still here, well, which means your mama still is here, that means your mama been taking care of you, and that's how much she love you, because she want what's best for you. She don't want you to be a tag along like everybody else. She wants you to be yourself. She wants you, like I said, a mother knows their child, but they want what's best for them. They want them to be happy. But also listen to your mother, because when they listen to their mother, it's a lesson well learned. You're going to find out for yourself if you do not listen to your mother or your father. You have a lot of people who don't got fathers in their lives. She did drugs and left them. Oh man, damn. Red flag. Yep, red flag. Hell no. That's pretty much about it. These people crazy. They said she did drugs. But see, that's what get a lot of people out on the street. I ain't say everybody, because I'm not generalizing everybody. I'm talking about some people, like a lot of people that is out on these streets like homeless. Because they ask for money. They ain't gonna ask for food. They ask for money because they want to buy drugs. Yep. That's pretty much about it. That's all they want to do. They want to buy drugs. But some of them that's actually homeless, out there though, they want food. They want shelter. They want clothes. They want a job. Because some of them fought in World War II. Some of them fought in the army and stuff like that. And, they're out on the street basically. It's not fair. Sometimes it's not fair to them and these veterans, because most of them don't have respect because they lost their home, when they went to war, and their wives or their husbands left them because they've been fighting in wars and stuff like that, and they're trying to provide for their families. And it's kind of devastating for the people who served in the military, because they come home and they whole life is just ruined afterwards. And that's what I don't like. What I don't like is when a veteran protect and serve this country. When they protect and serve a country, they come back to like just bad news. Some of them, because they wife or their husband cheating on them, because they never satisfied, and then you got I guess kids taken away or whatever. It's just so much in this world that's going on. But you have your mama that's still here, that loves you, all that stuff. And this is an example of what I'm talking about. Like I said, a lot of people fought in wars and stuff, and they want to come home to their families. And you still have a mother that loves you, and I don't know where your father at, but he loves you as well if he's there with you too. If he's there for you, I tell him that I have plans with my mom, and they will go, at least you have a mom. I don't have a dad, and I don't be making comments about not having a dad. So that means your dad never been in your life. My dad's in prison. Oh man. Oh shoot, really? He probably the reason why that you don't need to be around him no way. So I think it's best because your mom, she's letting you know that how much she loves you. So I wouldn't even, yeah. And I can agree with you on that. That's kind of, now me, I haven't had a dad in my life. I don't even know who my daddy is. I never had one in my life. My mom, she raised me well, and she passed away 9 years ago, almost 10. And my grandmother passed away about, I believe it was, 5 years ago? Maybe like 5 years ago, 6. And all I have is my brothers and my sisters. Sometimes I call them or whatever to check on them, see how they doing. And then, I just see about my husband and his mother because her husband back in December passed away. So it's just so much going on. I'm sorry for your mom. I'm sorry your mom died. That's okay. Thank you. I tell you what though, I'm glad that she not suffering no more because she passed away of double pneumonia, and she did her job when she was here. She did her job. She was a foster parent. She was a daycare provider. She was, she did daycare. She helped feed the homeless. She ran a food program where the forgot harvest trucks and all them come, and we used to box up stuff and then feed the homeless. It was just her. That's just how, when it comes to public entity, that's how kind she was to other people. Like, you can't make yourself happy bringing misery to other people, but you can be happy to bring other people happiness with the things that they need. She sounds like a wonderful mom. Yeah, she was mean though, but she raised me well. And she was a wonderful mom. Yes, she was. She was very, very wonderful. I loved that lady. I loved that lady. And my brothers and sisters love her too. And she loves to travel just like all of us like to travel. But I pray that everything goes good with your mom, you and your mom, and you are a very successful person. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, not even them hating friends. I hope you get and make new friends that treat you better than your other friends. But make sure you don't tell all your business to your friends that you're trying to gain. Because one day they're going to be jealous of you again. And they're going to use that against you. Okay? I'll be right back. My mom has asked me about dinner. Ooh. Dinner sounds good. I want to go eat my rice and my green beans. But yeah, I'm about to hit the haystack. I will, but like I said, I will be on here tomorrow and I will be eating jumbo. I mean, not jumbo, but I'll be eating gumbo. A gumbo soup. So I will see y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed night.